Thank you yet again for staying with us all these 3 days since the KUSF Playoff B Nationals were happening at the Kenyatta main campus. We are here just to recount some of the activities that have already happened since day one. Yes, you got already analysis, myself and Brad, talking about what happened in day one and day two, but it would not be right if we could not have been able to also give you the final details of the day. As you can see, courtesy of Benin Fashion Hub and Offpitch, we are doing some amazing stuff for the off-the-pitch regalia. So if you want your jerseys, if you want your team bibs, also if you want jerseys also, please reach out to Benin Fashion House and Offpitch also for this. Tale, hi.
Hi, Bonnie.
High impact days. I think you are coming to a close.
Yes.
I don't know how the experience has been for you so far. Maybe an introduction and then what the day has been like.
I'm Bradley Kitro from Offpitch Africa. We've had 3 intense days covering the KUSF playoffs, and personally as a player I've had to also learn a lot despite not being in the competition.
Okay.
And also I happen to enjoy really myself watching all those matches. Yes.
It's an interesting feeling being a fan out here, Brad. How was that experience for you?
I was a Titans fan, and at times the pressure was very high.
Yes.
But all in all, they are champions, and champions are made of more.
Definitely.
Yes.
You're very optimistic about the chances. So while we will be looking at what happened to the semis, I'm happy to announce the ladies made it to the final.
Yes.
We also had a very candid conversation with Coach Wandera on how the ladies performed, what his expectation with the men is going to be like, and generally. So please go to our pages of Offpitch Africa on YouTube and just have a listen to what we had, the conversation we had with Coach Wawa, Coach, remind me,
Coach Senge,
Coach Senge,
Coach Clay Luvanda,
and
various captains.
And various others also who came on board. So please just check our pages and see how that happened. So
Yes.
Brad, maybe just to kick off, there was an unfortunate incident that happened in the ladies quarterfinals.
Yes.
Please tell us what happened and again, what's your feeling on this?
We had one student from Strathmore claiming the officials claim that the student was ineligible. For me, eligibility starts with you. If I'm not eligible, then I should not come, because this amounts to cheating.
Yes.
This is like doping. I'm doping and I'm coming to play.
Okay.
Yes, and for me there were strict guidelines, there were strict rules and regulations that had been put in place and put in order previously before.
Yes.
And I believe all the teams had the document and the guidelines that are to guide the players.
So at this point, we let it be as let the rules prevail.
Yes.
And not look at the gray areas which you could say we fault one person. He said, he should have.
Yes.
So we avoid those.
Yes, they said make sure your documents are ready.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunate, but yes, that's the situation about it. And this forced us to have some very interesting semi-finals in the ladies.
Yes.
So maybe which are the 2 semi-final games that were there, and then maybe we start from the first women's semi-final and the second, and then we can proceed to what happened to the men.
Of course, we'll have to start with KU Titans.
Yes.
They had an amazing match where they came back with 5 minutes left from a goal down, thanks to goals from Elena Chebet and Marion Kabebi,
Yes.
who converted really quick. Yes.
I missed this match. I came here at the dying minutes and my heart was racing because the information I was getting from you, the ladies are down.
Yes.
And we're in the second quarter. I saw Coach Mtolo at the edge of the sideline. Was really worried and cursing so much at what's happening to the ladies. But yeah, what was that emotion like? What was the drive in the ladies for them to make such a comeback?
They are champions. Yes, that's what I'll tell you. And a champion has a winning mentality all through.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think that was a really beautiful result from the KU Titans. And what was the result and who were they playing before we look at what happened in the second semi-final?
They were playing Kaimosi. Then it ended 2-1 in favor of Titans.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember on the sideline we were asking, we've heard of Kaimosi TTC, but we've never heard of Kaimosi University.
Yes.
So,
but they've come up and they've reached the semi-finals. So that means
and they're in the national.
Yes. That means they qualified.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There are highlights also to some of these. So please, again, just check on our pages and just see how those went. In the second semi-finals, Brad, how did that look like?
We had Most coming up against UN, and Most came out on top with a solitary goal. Yes. And you remember we have this Most playing in the semi-finals despite losing in the quarterfinals to Strathmore.
Yes.
Because Strathmore nullified because of eligibility.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that was I don't know how to put the luck on the Most ladies side, but now they are in the finals. They are supposed to play with KU
Titans.
So we get back to how KU Titan Most final in the ladies hockey final went. Maybe we look at the men's semi-finals. What were the two semi-finals grouping, and what were your thoughts on how they played out?
We had Strathmore playing against a very good Egerton team, but Strathmore maintained their structure and were very patient, and then they became clinical.
Yes.
One goal, and they decided they are not going to lose the match.
That was
and
all they needed.
Yes, and you could see the fight in them.
Yes.
Yes.
You remember from day one and day two, I kept on saying, you are not really looking at this Strathmore team, but can they pull this surprise on us? I'm happy they did that. But again, the team coordination, team cohesion, and the fight in them was really evident. They wanted it more.
And their tactical aspect.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, congratulations Strathmore for making it in the first men's semi-finals. What happened down in the men's second semi-final?
We had also Most coming up with a solitary goal against UN. Yes.
Which means all these matches were close battles.
Yes. And again, I can say the goals are being few because of the time frame that the games had.
Okay. So
it wasn't a full match. It was 25-25.
Okay.
2 halves, 25-25.
Okay.
Yes.
That was a different from the 22 halves that they had for the pooling.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think this would have affected how they played out for, let's say, UON, for example, against Most, or this would have called out for more goals on both teams that were in the semis?
Maybe more goals for Most, but as we know, Most always score one goal. Then they know how to manage their time and manage everything.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Okay. This only sets up for a mouth-watering semi-final. Finals, sorry.
Yes.
KU and Most ladies. This was a final we were anticipating from the conference leagues.
Yes.
And the ladies were really prepared to face the Most ladies in the finals. They got their wish. How did this play out? And just a breakdown. What was your thought on how it all went down?
It's a game of chances. We had, just at the beginning of the match, we had KU Titans awarded a flick. They did not utilize it. Then later on we had...
Who took the flick?
Chebet. Yes. Then after there we had... It was so unlucky that we did not convert it.
She threw it out, or the keeper?
The keeper saved.
Oh my goodness.
Then Most got their chances. They converted 2 of them quickly.
Yes.
The Titans, being naturally born champions, really fought hard. They came up with 1 goal. We could see the punch, we could see the pressure, the adrenaline was high. Yes, but unfortunately, because it was not a 60-minute match, I believe if it was a 60-minute match, Titans would have come up top. They could have come back from a goal down.
Okay.
Yes, but from the 2 goals down.
Is it something we should now expect for Titans going forward, where they have to make a comeback each time starting a goal down?
Yes, I think that was what Coach Wandera was really complaining about. He was saying that his ladies never concede. So the moment they concede, they are the first to concede.
Yes.
Then we have this problem of them coming up again late, unlike the men who have immediate response.
Yes.
Yes.
Will this be in their favor or against them in the league, now that the league is just around the corner?
For me, I think it could go either way. Yes.
Then maybe from where you are standing, what do the ladies need to do different, again, now that the league is resuming, and well, maybe only Chebet won't be in that starting lineup for the league, but what's your expectation? What do you anticipate from the ladies as the league starts?
Of course, I know for the league, we have the likes of Melody who are coming to bolster up the defense.
Yes.
Yes, and we have the likes of Monique who are coming to bolster up the attack. We have the likes of Lolo who are coming to bolster up the attack. So I think
someone in the midfield I need us to figure out. I'm forgetting her name.
Weber.
Yes. Weber is also
They're
very
not
solid
so sure if she was given a release, but we'll see.
There's
we'll
a
have
thought
to ask.
of her having asked for a release.
Maybe.
My goodness, go on.
Yes, but that means that for the few names I've mentioned, and you know the KU Titans have always been a threat in the Premier League.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's move on to the men's final. How was that for you? Again, another slim 1-0. And it had to come in the dying minutes of after a very closely contested match, a heated match, a game of mental strength also, as well as physicality.
Yes. It was a proper final for me, I can say that.
Yes.
A super final. And as a fan, you couldn't have regretted having coming to watch that match. Yes, because it had everything.
Yes.
The adrenaline, the tempo, and everything. Yes.
I also like the time when the finals was played. It was not too late, not too early.
Yes.
So the sun was slightly down.
Yes.
But yes, a proper final, as you said.
Yes.
What worked in Strathmore's advantage, and maybe what didn't work for most in that final?
For most, we had one of the key players having to play with an injury, so he was not on the field for so long. Yes, in Orlando, I believe in Orlando. Yes, but you see, for Strathmore, we had these guys who have been playing, and so they took their chances. You could see Gidi really dancing with everybody. Yes, he looked very confident.
He gave us a lot of highlights for that match.
Yes. So, and it was a back and forth game. Nobody was retreating until when they had to score, and Strathmore now had to manage the game so that they keep their 1-0 lead. But if you see a team now having to manage the game and keep their lead, that means the other team is also really attacking, and they know if they lose possession to them, then it will be a very dangerous thing. Yes.
Most were really covering their goalkeeper.
Yes.
Was there a sign of weakness, or it's just how their defenders are built?
It's how their defenders are built. Yes.
So, because a few chances really good, they really gave him a few clear chances at goal while at it. So, what did not work for most then in that game?
I think they were just unlucky. Yes. They were unlucky that they conceded that goal. Nobody expected that goal, actually. It took some individual brilliance. Yes.
Your favorites, USIU, didn't make it to the semis. What happened to them? Nor KCA.
USIU met Strathmore, who really outclassed them. Yes.
On the KCA side then?
KCA were also outshined by Egerton. Yes.
Now, what's next for some of these teams? The nationals are done. We know Strathmore are the champions, so a very big congratulations to SU Gladiators. On the ladies' side, a big congratulations to the most ladies. That was a really brilliant play from those ladies. What's next for some of these teams? KCA, USIU, KU Titans, for example. The league is resuming across the corner. What do you think is next for the teams?
I believe all the teams are now preparing because we have the league matches beginning in a week's time. We have KU Titans coming up against USIU. Of course, as their fans, we will be there.
Definitely.
Yes, and to rally them behind with confidence. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For the KUSF games, when are they beginning next? When are the conference for playoffs supposed to start?
That is next semester. Yes, and I believe coaches, despite working on the league, they're also working on the KUSA because in most of these campus teams, we have the same players having the same impact in the KUSA, the same players having the same impact in the league matches.
For the respective teams.
Yes.
So yes, we are closing off with the nationals playoffs at KU main campus. But I would not want us to finish off without knowing what's next for KU Vultures right about now. You missed on a very mouth-watering national finals, which the way the things look like, you would have been real good favorites. League is around the corner. What's next? How are the preparation? Even on your end, what should we expect from you?
The league matches are here.
Yes.
We'll be hosting the league matches at the Great Estadio. and that means nobody goes out with a point at a stadium.
Yes.
Even one. Yes.
So, and this is your favorite side to score on
This one.
also. So, should we expecting top scorer possibilities at the end of it?
Not really, but I'll just try to score maybe a goal in every home match.
Yes.
Yes.
Anything to help the team.
Yes.
Your coach won't be around during that second weekend of your matches, especially during the Easter. He'll be representing the country in the under-21 championships. What's the mentality around the team in preparation for that?
Okay, a big congratulations to our coach, Richard Wandera.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job with the men. He's doing a great job with the ladies and that means the under-21. So this means he's a coach that develops players.
Yes.
Yes, and this is not the first time this is happening. I remember this season when we played I think there were 3 matches in one weekend when he was not there. That was KUSF against JKUSF we won, League against JKUSF we won, and League against Park Road and we won. He wasn't around, but even though he's not around, we still have his policies on the ground. Yes, and that means that we are doing this for him, whether he's here or he's not here.
Yeah, he's not.
Yes.
I would also just want us to mention a tournament that was happening concurrently, the Green Sharks Memorial Tournament. I'm sure you saw some of the results. Blazers won.
Yes. And strikers
who AKA are Butali.
Yes.
Yes. What did you pick up from it? What did you enjoy? What have you loved from even the pictures you're seeing?
Of course, in the finals, that was a Butali against Western Jaguars. This one heated match because last season we had Western Jaguars beating Butali in the league and going on to win the league.
Yes.
And they are the defending champions, taking it from Butali.
A repeat final of some sort.
Yes, but you could see that we have Butali coming up again on top.
Yes.
Yes, because of their key players. Yes.
I'm seeing something. Butali wants to start a ladies team. Have you seen this?
Not really. I've not heard of it. Yes.
Well, maybe back to that final at the Green Shark. There's something I saw Coach Simon Mwangi say, and it gave me a lot to think about. Western Jaguars really work where there's chaos. They put so much pressure on an opponent. So if you don't have your structure and you can calmly collect yourself, it's easily they beat you.
Yes.
But then he made a point, the only way Butali were able to hold them is because Butali were not falling prey to their tactics of rushing the player and getting them to get worked up. What's your take on this?
Butali is a bunch of experienced players. And that means that an experienced player cannot easily collapse. Even they do work well both under high pressure and under low pressure.
Yes.
Yes.
This also is a good point, maybe as we wind up on the Green Sharks Memorial Tournament. Were you surprised Blazers won?
Not really.
Not really?
Yes.
Is there anyone who can challenge them as the new season is kicking off? I've seen them also bolster their lineup quite a bit. I love the striker they have right now, Aurelia. They've brought in defender in former Kenyan international. What's her name from UN? Chieng. Sorry. What's your thought on how the team is going to play out?
They've always been a good team, very competitive, and maybe in Swahili I could say wamejitambua. Yes, they have that champions mentality too. Yes, they always believe they are the best. Yes.
Your first opponent in the league is going to be Green Sharks at KU Stadium, your home ground, on the 13th of April. Maybe just some insight, how's the team preparing or gearing up?
Actually, I always have this feeling. If I've scored against you before, I'll always score against you. And I scored against Green Sharks, a PC last season. So that means it's very automatic that I'm going in. I'm going in with yes, with the game in hand.
All right.
Yes.
So Mkali, we want to wind up right about now. So maybe any last words you have on how the nationals went? How is the preparation for your team going on, and maybe anything you need to tell us about Offpitch, yourself, as we wind up?
For me, it was a good experience here. Having been able to be given this opportunity by Offpitch, I had the opportunity to watch all the matches here at KU. And going forward, as a team, we came as a team. As a team, we didn't manage to participate, but we now have our eyes and all focus on the league, and I think we are our target is going to the Premier League, and I believe we have the right personnel to do so, right away from the coach, from the school management, down to the last individual and down to our fans. Yes.
So how can we keep up in touch with you, Mkale? You're a very popular guy. Social media handles, place of work, if there's any, how can we keep in touch with you?
Social media, that is on Instagram, yes, at Mkale. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Mkale. This has really been fun, us breaking down some of these highlights of how the national playoffs went. Probably we do it more. We try it with the National League teams.
Yes.
Or the Super League or Premier League side. We see also how that reception will be. Yeah?
Yes.
Anyway, more is to come from us at Offpitch Africa. Is it covering of live matches, those interesting interviews that you are looking forward with some of your favorite people or personnel around the hockey fraternity. So please just keep in tune on Offpitch Africa across the platform, Facebook, YouTube, and even Spotify. Follow, subscribe, like, tell a friend to tell a friend. We have merchandise now. As I've said, we are doing kits now, we're doing bibs, and we have also Ngaru. Yeah. So
Yes.
Thank you again for trusting us to cover these sports for you. And we are only getting better, and your feedback goes a long way. So thank you very much, and stay tuned until we meet again.